Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen. What a day and what a year for Kearney native Lily Novacek, who claimed the D2 National Championship in Pueblo, Colorado, competing for the Lopers as she wrapped up a huge year with the win and the hammer. And she says things just seem to keep building for her all season long.
Yeah, I will say Dane said a couple times he was worried that I was peaking too early, and then as the season went on, we kind of agreed that I don't think I've actually even hit a peak yet. It was just consistently building throughout the season. So, yeah, it does feel like I didn't have a whole lot of meets that felt like they were going backwards instead of forwards, which was really nice. It's nice to come to nationals knowing that you've had a pretty consistent season.
How'd you manage that? How do you train that? Because it's a long game. It's not a sprint.
Yeah, no, for sure. It takes a lot of years of practice, especially with the hammer, because you don't get to start that until you're in college, because they don't do that in high school. But, yeah, it's just a lot of reps. Every rep, good or bad, is a learning experience. And so in off-season, we talk a lot about, like, how many reps do we, like, of the people that I'm competing against, like, we're just trying to gauge so that we all have the same number of throws, good or bad. Like, every rep counts. That's kind of, I feel like, how you practice an event like that. Any throwing event really is just getting in the ring and throwing as much as you can while staying focused on what you're trying to accomplish.
With the hammer specifically, and if somebody were to ask you if they were wanting to get into it, what's the secret to being good at this?
You cannot be scared. I think a lot of people get scared of, like, falling or the hammer not releasing at the right time, but you just have to trust your training and, like, that your feet know what they're doing. And if you're able to do that and also build speed at the same time, I think that anyone could throw the hammer at that point. That was one of my big things coming in, is Dane really liked how I was really aggressive. I probably went a little faster than I should have when I started, but I was not scared to pick up that ball and get some speed going, which I think helped in the long run, because even though I might not be the biggest girl out there, I was able to get a lot of speed and momentum moving forward.
When you were in high school and knowing you were going to be a college thrower, did you always think about throwing the hammer, or how did this come about for you to be involved in this? Yeah,
so I was that's probably one of the things I looked forward most to, is I had just seen it only a couple times, never seen it thrown in person, but it just always intrigued me. And so as soon as I was late to the game because I played volleyball at UNK my first year, so I actually didn't get to train the hammer until like March of my freshman year, because we were in indoor. But even the weight, it's just a heavier version, and I really liked that as well. And so after that, it took some getting used to, but after I got more comfortable with it, I knew that was probably going to be my favorite event throughout college.
We're talking with Kearney native Lily Novacek, who won the Division II Hammer National Championship this week in Pueblo, Colorado. Lily, you're just the fourth national champion in school history for UNK women's track. What's that mean to you?
I mean, I think it shows a lot about what we're doing on the throw side. If you look back at any of the previous champions, a lot of them are throwers. I think it shows how consistently good the throwers have been. This year it means a lot. I feel like throws have just grown immensely. Like this year in discus, this is one of the hardest discus fields I've ever seen at Division II Nationals. And so I like the fact that I was able to win in a really tough field, because there are some years where it's still competitive, but it's just not the peak year. And I feel like Division II is just growing so much. So I was really happy that while I was in the middle of this transition to everyone getting better, I was able to win at that point. I feel like at UNK, track kind of sometimes go under the radar just because our season is so long. And so I feel like bringing home a national champ just brings even more recognition to the team, which is always great.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to ask you, what a day for Kearney track. You won the national championship, and then the Bearcat boys won a state title, and the girls were pretty close.
Yeah, I say we keep talking. I think Kearney's just becoming more and more of a track town. The boys have always been good at Kearney High, but that was just a great day for all Kearney schools in the track and field.
Well, congratulations. You certainly have accomplished something just fantastic, and you still got some time left. So what are your goals now?
Next year I'll be back for my final season and repeat in the weight. I would like to, get better at that, improve my record at UNK, make it last as long as it can, repeat All-American, and then in the hammer, my goals are right now I'm 6th in all-time Division II, so it'd be pretty cool to take that number 1 title and break the Division II record. So that's a goal of mine, and I'd like to get our conference record as well, which would be cool. But yeah, just keep building and getting better each year. That's the goal.
Novacek dominated the event in Colorado with a winning throw of 210 feet, 10 inches. She's majoring in biology and pre-nursing at UNK. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.